In studio here, Mr. Oyedeji, he touched on, what is going on in the oil sector. First of all, we're not. I'm sure that the fact that we do not refine our own oil must also be playing into this. Maybe that's one aspect of some of the policy issues that he said, because many Nigerians, maybe experts know why, many Nigerians simply cannot understand why is it that we sit down and do not make efforts to, refine our own crude. So we ship out our crude, they refine it over there, we bring it back in. Of course, no, this is not a Father Christmas. This is a business enterprise. And so it is costing us what it is costing us. Now, people have had many suggestions as to how to go about this. But Dr. Yusuf also touched on infrastructure. Now, this government will boast about one thing, and it's not a casual boast, efforts in infrastructure up and down the land. Has this quest for improved infrastructure been a double-edged sword, such that other areas of our living survival has been affected by this infrastructure drive, which, let it be said, it's ours. When President Buhari goes, it belongs to the country, but it is his efforts that brought it all about. So explain to us, if you will, that whole infrastructure bit that is going to pay us, but I don't know at the moment what it's doing.
Okay, thank you, Okiori. I agree absolutely with Dr. Yusuf's position. The biggest problem which we've had in the last 7 years is at the level of policy. There's either the policies are not well properly looked at, or the unintended consequences of such policies were not properly evaluated. So if you talk about at the level of policies, we've had a very difficult period as a country. We've not been able to integrate the policies we've introduced to achieve the results we wanted to achieve. For instance, borders were closed. The unintended consequences of closing the border has been bigger than the benefits we would have gained from it. It's practically shut down the economy. And if you look at most of the policies which we've had under this government, for instance, in the last 7 years in particular, you discover that they are not the policies that boost or buttress or allow the economy to move freely. They are not policies that open up the economy. They are not policies that are really dealing with the main problems of the economy. For instance,
sorry, sir. You mentioned, as a bushman, I'm inclined to interject. So what is Vice President Oshibajo doing, who is heading up the economic team?
Well, I'll probably get to that if I have enough time to dwell on that. So, for instance, you've closed the border, months, years later, you opened it. What have you achieved? You've not been able to give accounts to the country. Nothing was achieved. We went through so much pains, then we have no gain.
But he said it was because of so many leakages that was hurting us, that they were doing us the service of, shutting the border, cutting off the leaks.
The leakages are still there. And I would go back to what Dr. Lawal said earlier.
Dr. Yusuf.
Yusuf Lawal said earlier. The problem we have is when you shut down the border, you limit, you hinder free flow of trade between two countries. You want to have this, you don't want to have that, you begin to discriminate and go. Unfortunately, those policies didn't work because we have porous borders.
Did it hurt them as well? Those we shut our border against?
A little, but it's all small because we have porous borders.
Okay.
Where you don't have effective border policing, you don't lock your border because those items are still finding their ways in. And you don't have to contend with smuggling. Smuggling is more expensive because people will pay more for those items. Government will hire nothing in terms of tariff and revenue and all the like. So it's been double tragedy for the economy. You close the border, people can't do legitimate business. You open up, you allow those who work at the back end in the black market and go to do it. And that's one thing that has been affecting the value of the naira, really. Government is living in denial over the size, the magnitude, the impact of the foreign exchange that is taking place in the black market, in the unregulated market. That market has unfortunately become more effective than even government-regulated markets. And the impact is more potent than what we have there. Now, I'll give you an instance. In the last 1 month or thereabouts, we've had about 20, 30, 40% increase in prices of tomato. Then at a point last month, importation came to the rescue. They brought in tomato from Cameroon and from Benin Republic, which is called adjacent tomato, whatever. Market started reflecting, increased in supply gradually. Then prices started coming in. As of today, it's better because we are bringing in from the north to Lagos, which is technically the biggest consumers market in West Africa. So what you have over the years, the moment black market rate went up to 650, the prices of tomato will go up in Lagos markets. But government will leave in dinner and say foreign exchange is 420 to $1, not 650. So a lot of loopholes. The leakages in terms of policies, we've not been able to address them. Then you talk about energy crisis, which you talked about. How come we are in a period of boom and we're experiencing doom?
That's what many people don't understand.
How did government allow oil output to drop to as low as 1 million barrels per day? Oh, but why people losing so much? Why are explorers losing so much?
So we're not actually meeting our quota.
We are not meeting our quota. We are losing about 300 barrels of oil to theft every day, and government appears incapacitated.
Dr. Yusuf, first of all, I wonder, do you agree with Mr. Oyedeji that policies, the policy room, if to use it like that, somehow didn't quite get it right, especially with unintended consequences. And I thought economists are, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. You would imagine that they should look long-term, what the action is likely to be. And so do you, first of all, accept that some aspects of our policy making didn't get it right?
I agree absolutely with him. You see, we have a policy formulation framework that doesn't seem to be given opportunities for the inputs, first, of the stakeholders in the economy, and secondly, of the technocrats. That is what I can see, because the quality of policy is also a major problem. He talked about foreign exchange. The level of corruption that we experience now in the foreign exchange market, particularly the official window, currently is almost unprecedented because of the huge margin between the official exchange rate and the parallel market rate. They are talking of a margin of almost 250 naira to the dollar. And because of that, there is so much pressure on the foreign exchange market, such that even people who have no business with seeking foreign exchange are there getting even better priority than people who even really need it, because they have influence. And all these things are happening because there's so much premium. Imagine somebody, if you can cross $1 million from the official window to the parallel market window, you'll be making almost 200 million naira. How many people in production can make that kind of money?
Exactly. And
that is the window that has been created, that is creating a whole lot of distortions. Yet, the CBN is almost completely silent about the fact that this is a problem. They are busy chasing the BDCs, busy chasing Aboki FX and all of that. And because the CBN has fixed this exchange rate as an artificially low level, all the foreign exchange that's supposed to come into the economy through other sources, like the foreign direct investment, like the foreign portfolio investment, even export proceeds, foreign exchange from oil, many of these things are not coming. If they are coming, they are not coming through the official channel.
Yeah.
So we now have an economy where we are now rationing foreign exchange.